Today, students, we are going to do the first lesson 1.1, which is a poem of Standard 10th, Where the Mind is Without Fear. This video was made just for you. Do remember to like, share, and subscribe. Now, before we begin, let's understand the poet Rabindranath Tagore. Rabindranath Tagore was born in 1861 and died in 1941. Was the author of Gitanjali. It is a collection of poems and it's profoundly sensitive, fresh and beautiful verse. He became the first non-European to win the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1913. Now, this poem, that is, Where the Mind is Without Fear, is one of his vastly read and discussed poem. Even today, people read this poem, get inspiration from this poem, and are motivated. This poem is this poem has a universal appeal. That is, anyone who reads it, can feel the feeling of what Rabindranath Tagore may have felt while writing the poem. Now, it was originally composed in Bengali and later he himself translated it into English. This poem is from his Nobel Prize winning anthology Gitanjali. Tagore lived during the time when India was ruled by the British. So, in this poem, besides political freedom from British, Tagore also appeals to God for social, educational, and economic freedom for the people of India. So let's read and understand it. At the start, there is a warm up exercise. Do solve it. And to check your answers, you can visit our website at www.jkacademypro.com. You'll find the link in the description box below. Where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, where knowledge is free, where the mind is without fear and the head is held high. Now, through these lines, we can realize that the poet is dreaming about a place where there is no fear in people's minds. They are walking, working with their heads held high, and they are proud of themselves and are not afraid of anything or anyone. He also wishes for the place where knowledge is free and there is no restriction. All people, irrespective of class, caste, religion, race, or color, have free access to knowledge. The poet also means that knowledge is acquired freely. That is, the student studies what it wants and the way it wants to. The student should not be forced into rote learning, where the world is not broken down into fragments by narrow domestic walls. Here, the poet wants the whole world to be united as one nation. He portrays a boundaryless world where people can move about freely. Nations are not fighting against nations for narrow and petty reasons. Where words come out from the depth of truth, where tireless striving stretches its arm towards perfection. The poet dreams of a nation where everybody is open and not secretive. The citizens speak and act from their heart, and they work hard without prejudice, ever striving to not only perfect them but encouraging others also towards perfection. This will eventually lead to love and harmony among the citizens of the nation, and the nation as a whole will march towards perfection, where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary desert sand of dead habit. The poet wants the people to have clear thinking, that is, reasoning, like the clear waters of a stream, and not let their thinking flow towards dreary desert, that is, have blind beliefs and superstition. In other words, he wants people to have a logical mind which will lead them to perfection and not towards dead habits like that of the dry desert sand. Where the mind is led forward by thee into ever widening thought and action, into that heaven of freedom. My Father, let my country awake. The poet is praying to God and asking Him to lead the minds of people towards a broad-minded thought and action, and not be stagnated by narrow-minded beliefs. He is pleading with God to awaken the people of his country to a heaven of freedom. Do solve the exercise that is given at the end of the poem. To check your answers, you can visit our website at www.jkacademypro.com. You'll get the link in the description box below. Thank you.